to be my
Barbara. Not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third grade, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you.
I baptized myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Okay, we are here. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened the last time. No, she said no, Sharon. Oh my God, she said no the first goddamn time. She said no! Did y'all not hear her say no? You know what? Daddy Dupree, you was wrong for this one. Daddy Dupree, you was wrong as two left shoes for this one. She shouldn't have had to take it to them. Daddy Dupree, you wrong for this one. You shouldn't have told her to take this to them. Because here they go. You want to do it. And she's like, well, if I could be convinced to do it, I'll do it. But she said no. Her answer was N-O spells no. What part of no don't y'all understand? But now here we are. Everybody acting like she's the worst person on the face of the planet. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves. Oh, look. Somebody's at home. Looking at pictures of Ashley. Child, I don't give a goddamn about Andre and Ashley. You won't. You're going to that concert. Nobody cares. Nobody. Thank you. Bullying works. He's scared of seeing Smitty. Child, boy, please. I'm in a bad headspace. I'm in a bad headspace. Boy, hush. I'm in a bad headspace. Oh my God. Martin, get on my damn nerves. From the office. That is a good thing. I'm with Danny. He definitely seems to be under the impression that what he says go and that his word is final. And once again, bullying works. He has not yet to meet Daddy Dupree. Okay, baby, we scheming, plotting, and planning over here. Because what you're not going to do is ruin her mama good time on that stage. And when she said she want all her family to be there, she said she wanted all her family to be there. So what y'all got going on? What y'all got going on? Okay, so when the episode started, it just ended. Like, the live just ended out of nowhere. Like, I had no clue what was going on. Like, it started, I heard my intro and everything, and then it just bloop bloop. It was just over and done with, girl. It was just over and done with. Let me go ahead and delete this. That way it won't pop up for the folks. Yeah, it was over and done with. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what the issue was. Or what happened. But yeah. Daddy Dupree is trying to convince Smitty to go to the concert, and Smitty is like, I don't know. And it's just like, Smitty, you absolutely positively know that you want to go to the concert, but you're doing just a little too much trying to get out of it because you don't want to see Martin. And Martin over here trying to do his damnedest to get out of going to the concert because he's like, I'm going to take all the attention away from her. And it's just like, first of all, not everything is about you. Not everything is about you. When you figure that out, how much better life will be for everyone. Okay? Not everything's about you. So the fact that you thought that you was just going to say, I'm not going to the concert because there's too much going on and everybody's going to be focused on me. You thought Danny was just going to let it go. Oh. You are sadly mistaken. Okay? You sadly mistaken. Shout out to Mickey James for that one. I remember when Mickey was like, y'all should have got on that back and, got me one more good time. Because if you think this is over, you are sadly mistaken. And then them articulates is getting upset with Miss Anita because Miss Anita told y'all, I said no. Y'all can convince me to do it, but let's take this vote so it can be no and we can continue on with this reunion. And now they want to get upset with her. If my initial thing was no, I said no. My husband said I owe it to y'all and I owe it to Jim to bring this as a vote instead of just making the decision myself. What part of that says I'm trying to take over? Uh-huh. Shut up, Nicole. It is. He can't. He got to be at the concert. He has to be at the concert. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I can't force him to go. Ooh. On the crab leg. Is it that little girl? It's that little girl. We ain't seen her in a month of Sundays. And now he back talking to her. Smitty, Martin, prepare to be grandparents. Oh, good for her. Hey, girl, you gotta let that go. She ain't going back. Okay. So far, you've missed everybody trying to convince Martin and Smitty to go to this damn concert, and everybody throwing a fit about why they shouldn't go. And now Nicole and Danny are going to divide and conquer. This is true. This is true. Progress. We've made progress with Anita. Progress. We done made progress up in this bitch. Yes, they fighting again over the fact that Jim Price asked for Anita to do a solo. Sharing that to it again. Thank you. Anita said, a long time ago, it would have been fuck y'all, bitch. Child, screw Duncan with the commercial y'all done did with the eugenics. Boy, bye. Listen, Anita basically rolled it out to them. A long time ago, it would have been middle finger up to my head as I'm saying, right? And I would have did whatever I wanted to do. I would have made the decisions I wanted. So had he came to me before I got right with myself and got right with y'all, and I said, I want you to do a solo, I would have did the solo, and it wouldn't matter what the hell you said. But because I've grown and I'm a better person now, I have understood the consequences of my actions, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I'm coming to y'all, woman to woman, and asking y'all, what do y'all want to do? I don't want to alienate, I don't want to alienate the fans I had as a jazz singer. That's not something I want to do. But this is about the articulates. Do I want to do a solo? Maybe. Do I want to give my fans what they wanted? Of course. But this is about the articulates. So what are we trying to do? Are we... what? Because I ain't looking for no validation. I'm not looking for nobody to, you know, coddle my feelings. If it's no, then it's no. If y'all not in, I'm not in, and that's just how it's gonna be. But see, Sharon is so upset and just, I'm like, you ain't healed yourself, Sharon, because had you healed, you would have been able to listen to her without interrupting multiple times, and Tracy having to jump in the middle of y'all to tell you to calm down for you to listen. Look how Darius and saw that girl that he was into, that he kind of went off on, talking about she was going to stab him in the back. He saw her at Orphe Jeans, and he walked up to her and was like, hey, ain't seen you in a minute, hey. She was like, I was at the Stanford pre-college program since June, and I'm back, but you know, nobody there thought I was trying to stab them in the back or anything like that. And he was like, you right. And like I said, Smitty, Martin, prepare to be grandparents. Nicole, crew neck head, prepare to be great grandparents. Miss Anita, Daddy Dupree, prepare to be great grandparents. Because that child gonna get pregnant. I'm telling you now. It's not something I'm wishing on anybody. It's just the way the story is gonna go. She gonna end up pregnant. Mark my words. Mark my words. But everybody trying to convince everybody to get to this concert. Tadarius and Daddy Dupree is trying to convince Smitty to go to the concert. Danny and Nicole are trying to convince Martin to go to the concert. Oh, and Andre is looking at pictures of Ashley. Okay, that's a good question. Why it gotta be tonight? What is it? Oh, she's doing it for Little Saint. She's doing it for the children. Ah. Girl is kind of needy and desperate for approval. She's looking for that desperation. She said, listen, I don't want to be needy and desperate for approval, but I am desperate and needy for my grandchildren's approval. Hell no, everybody get a solo. Let's wrap this up. Ain't them Chanel pillows? They are. Open the door, Smitty. Open the door, Smitty. Divide and conquer. Hey, Bobby. Ah, okay, little Tiberius telling this little girl about too much of the family business. This is a little manipulative. Ah, little revelation. Ah, he's had a revelation that he was acting just like his daddies. Oh, she definitely gonna try to fix Martin and Smitty. She can fix her own marriage. Look at you, Tiberius. You had a revelation. You understood what you did wrong. You owned it, and you apologized to her. Now, she gave you a second chance. I'm telling you now. Martin and Smitty prepare to be grandparents. Oh! Oh! I like your earrings, girl. Because he like her. And he's liked her for a while. Oh, look. It's Andre. Oh, look how there is like the little... Juniper. He liked Juniper. And then honestly, that's exactly what he was doing. Daddy Dupree! Daddy Dupree, you just can't ask people that. Woo! Uh-oh. 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 Ooh. 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 Come on, Danny. Ooh, come on, Danny. Okay. Okay, first of all, Nicole then popped up at Smitty and Martin's house. So Nicole FaceTimed Smitty, and Smitty was like, Nicole, where are you? Oh, I'm at your front door. You gonna let me in? Open this door before I knock it down, ho. Open this door before I knock it down, ho. That's how Nicole should have been at the door. You better open this door before I knock it down, ho. I'll blow this down. I'll blow the door down. Okay, I'll puff and blow all this down. It made a break. I don't care. Anyway, so she at the front door. Okay, it's divide and conquer. She gonna get Smitty to the event. Now, Danny said, don't question my tactics. So when Martin comes out of Nicole's office, he's thinking that Nicole is sitting in the chair and all spin around his daddy. Hello. You said hello, hello, hello. Right? And Danny was like, listen, it's a good thing your mama not here because I ain't had time for her mouth. So I'm going to tell you how T.I. is, and I don't care how you feel about it. You've been a selfish son of a bitch right now. You think everything is about you, and it's not. Everybody got to tiptoe around you to not shatter you or to hurt your feelings in these very trying times. Yes, you've been through trauma, but just because you've been through it does not mean the whole world has to stop. And it also does not mean the whole world has to revolve around you. So, since not everything is about you, just like tonight is not about you, you need to put your big boy boxes on and get it to damn get it. And you better be at that concert. Ain't nobody playing with you. She ate him up. And it was much needed. Then down to the orphans. Little Tiberius has realized that he is more like his daddies than he wants to admit. Specifically his pop. And keeping things from people and then holding it in until it explodes. And that's what he did to little Jehoshaphat. That's what he did to her. And he was like, my parents are going through this hard time right now. It's real complicated. I can't tell you much. But one was keeping something away from the other and didn't tell them. And the communication wasn't there. And she was like, why are you telling me this? For sympathy? He was like, no, because I did that to you. Instead of expressing how I felt and actually telling you what I felt, I held it in and I didn't speak my mind and I didn't have open and honest communication with you. So when you kissed me, it all just exploded. And he apologizes and he takes accountability for what he did. And he was like, hopefully we could try this again. And she's like, at this point, I don't know. Now, while that is happening, Andre come up to orphanage and he say hi to Daddy Dupree. And Daddy Dupree was like, hey, I hear you having an affair with my daughter. What are your intentions with Danny? Daddy Dupree, you just can't be asking people that in public. Oh my God, it's messy. And then the reason why Miss Anita wanted to do the solo, or was considering doing the solo, even though she said no, is because when her jazz career, she put it into that when Nicole and Danny were younger. So her grandkids and great-grandkids don't actually have any connection to that. And she wants them to be proud of her and see that she's much more than an articulate. I don't know why solos weren't offered from the other girls, but Sharon was like, okay, so is everybody against everybody having a solo? Can we do that? And I was like, hell yeah, everybody gets a solo. Y'all perform articulate song, everybody gets a solo. We good. We done. Okay? He didn't try to blame him for it. He told him, we don't do that. Like, he wanted to pay the man off. You decided to get rid of the man permanently. And it's just like, come on now. We ain't never did nothing like that permanent. This isn't the first time they've talked. They've talked before. Nicole, I want you to throw that 20+ year lie up in his face. Throw that 20+ year lie in his face and see how that measures up. Oh. Eat him up, Danny. Eat him up, Danny. Let him know. Damn it. She got you. Oh. You better. Okay, hallelujah. I'm glad Danny got... Go have Danny talk to Smitty. Mm-hmm. Yes, Danny wants respect. He should. He very nosy. It's the only way he gonna know anything about the women in his life. Like right now, kind of how you're, kind of like how you're playing Danny and Ashley. Tracy said, "Ah, what else said it so low?" We doing it for the fam. It was petty. It was. Mm. Mm. Because cockwiggling. Aww. Okay, so Danny continuously went in on Martin, and she was like, "Listen, you to your constituents is someone who could always show up. You always showing up. You always there for them. You are the person they call on, and all these different things. So why can't you do that for family? Why can't you show up for family and put something to the side for once?" And Martin's like, "Damn it," and she was like, "Damn it, good." Or damn it, I need to continue to go in on you. And he was like, "No, you're right. I am a selfish son of a bitch. And Grant has done all these things for me and the family and everything. So this is what's going to happen. You said 2 hours, 2 hours. Like, put your pride to the side for 2 hours. He going to the concert. He going to sit with his kids, and with a spotlight hits Miss Anita on that stage, he going to be clapping and cheering louder than anybody else. So boom, Martin going to the concert. We still working on Smitty. we still working on Smitty in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because Smitty is like, I was lied to for 2 years, and it was a big lie, and we had fights and arguments before the split happened, and basically you should know how that feels. And Nicole does know how that feels. But once again, if you didn't love him, you would have gone to the divorce attorneys already. If you didn't want to be with him, you would have went for a split or a divorce already. Smitty, you want your husband back. And I'm not saying you can't get out your own way, but maybe you also need to go to therapy. Maybe you also need to go see someone and talk this out. Maybe y'all need to go to couples counseling. That's just my opinion. Maybe y'all do need to go to couples counseling to figure that out. Because ultimately, it's been weeks since he's been out the house. He's not at home. And it does nothing to sit in that anger. It just makes you angrier. Especially if you sitting at home angry and you see them out living their best life. Then you really going to be pissed off. And you know, Daddy Dupree was like, what's going on with you and my daughter? What are your intentions? And Andre was like, you know, I intend to be as grateful as I am and everything with the time that she gives me. She doesn't need protection. She doesn't need, like, basically, Danny is not a damsel in distress. Basically, what I got from this conversation, just like Miss Anita, Danny is not a damsel in distress and don't need nobody to save her. I don't want to be like Cinderella, sitting in a cold, dark, dusty cellar waiting for somebody to come and set me free. I don't want to be like somebody, Snow White, waiting for a handsome prince to come and save me. Is it somebody or Snow White? I don't care. This ain't no... I don't want to be like Cinderella, okay? And that's basically what you get from Miss Anita and Danny. They're not waiting for nobody to save them. They're not waiting for nobody to come in and fix things. They're not looking for that. They're looking for companionship. They're looking for someone who comes in and helps add to their life. And he knows this, and I think that's the thing that irritates him about Danny. He wants to be able to save someone. He wants to be able to come in and be the knight in shining armor for someone in a way that he is for Ashley. And Danny doesn't need that. That's a grown-ass woman who'd have been through too much to have somebody just come and pick her up off the ground. She has to pick her own self up off the ground. But Daddy Dupree is like, you know, I like you. Don't give me a reason to not like you. And I was like, you're going to have a reason to not like him. Unless he finally tells Danny that he's just not that into her. Into her. He's just not that into her. Into her. Oh. Child, this is messy. Very messy. This is very messy. Very messy. And Miss Anita, listen, Tracy and Sharon don't have no children from what I heard, so they're not going to end up doing solos because all of them are singing backup. Tracy is okay with singing backup. So Anita is doing a solo and the rest of the girls aren't doing solos. I like Danny's dress. I think he's there to take pictures. I think he's there to take pictures of the articulates. Danny was like, don't tell me you asking for my hand in marriage, because The hell are you doing here? Well, Tyrell is a child. He needs to be in his business. Maybe keep him from making everybody a grandparent, great-grandparent, and a great-great-grandparent. What is it? Oh boy, mind your damn business. Tadarius. Because you don't need to know about the unaliving. Mind your damn business. Yeah, y'all on the same page. Uh-oh, Smitty got the white tears going. I mean, Smitty is not wrong. Okay, these are good questions. These are good questions. No. Which is true. No, I don't think these are excuses. I don't think these are excuses. I think she's being completely honest. It's easier what they say. That is a thing you hear a lot from a lot of people who have done, I won't say bad, but have done some effed up things in their life. If I show this part of me to the person I love, will they stay with me? Will they look at me differently? Will they think that I'm this monster? How will they feel about me? So I don't think these are excuses, but it's just like being honest. When she said that your situation versus my situation are two completely different things, because she's right. Martin didn't say anything 2 years ago and hadn't said anything for the past 2 years based off of the advice from the people that he loved and trusted, and they told him not to say anything. Crewneck Ted made the decision not to say anything to her, got someone else pregnant without knowing, but was also pillow talking with this woman and talking about Nicole's how hard it was for her to get pregnant. these are the things that were happening. So while I don't think it's an excuse, I think it's like the truth. And sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. And sometimes the truth to people is you're just making up excuses. And it boils down to this. Do I agree with Smitty that Joey's going to come back asking for something? Oh, of course I do. Oh, he's definitely going to come asking for something. Nicole better use that connection to Vanessa to get that man off her back. That's what I know she better do. When he comes back around again, this is the time to use your connection to Vanessa to get him off your back. But I think this is what Smitty needed to hear. You can be honest with making excuses, though. You can, but Martin's biggest fear was, because I don't think she's trying to take away the fact that he didn't say anything to Smitty, but giving the other side. Like, yes, he didn't say anything to you. He didn't tell you. He invited all of these elements into the life. Now, I agree with Smitty on the Joey aspect. You have what you feel like is your truth and how you feel. Let's look at the other side, because then you also have to look at the other side. He took the advice of the people he loved and trusted. We could say he probably shouldn't have did that. But also, had he told you, which is was a fear of Martin's, how will Smitty and the children look at him when he tells them what he did? Will they look at him crazy? Will he be a monster to them? It's up to Smitty and see what he wants to do. But if Smitty didn't love his husband, he would have divorced him already. He would have got the ball rolling. Lil Tiberius is still asking Daddy Dupree about, you know, the full gist of everything, the full of it, and it's just like, you don't need to know. That's the issue. You always want to know something but have no goddamn discernment. Out of my face. Andre was down at the house. I think he's there to take pictures of the articulates. And him and Danny are talking. She was like, unless you're here to ask for my hand in marriage, what you doing here? The alphabet is already on Joey's back. That's why he's watching his money. Yep. Nicole wishes she could snap her fingers and say all is forgiven and come back home to crew neck Ted, but you can't do that. You gotta go through the motions. Therapy. Therapy. Smitty, yeah. Which is true. He did. It's illogical. Nicole, you know that pain. You know that confusion. Uh-oh. I really do not want to see the Joeys versus the Duprees because of all the people that could legitimately get hurt if they go up against each other. Like, I'm thinking, like, people who don't even know anything about this. Chelsea, Kat, Andre, the kids could get hurt. I do not want to see that. Okay. You do love her, and she gonna sing some jazz. It's one night. One night only, one night only is all I have to spend. One night only, let's not pretend to care. One night only, come on, baby, come on. Smitty is also going to the theater. Y'all gonna talk? They gonna talk first? Okay, Nicole has managed to convince Smitty to go to the theater and watch everything. You got one night. Okay, it's one night only. You go back to being pissed off tomorrow. Mind your goddamn business. Thank you. I'm so sick of tight areas. Which is why I doubt they're gonna tell her anytime soon. Because you're a child. He feels like, uh-oh. Hold on, we're gonna get to it. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Danny. She's having an anxiety attack. Nah, she ain't done. She having an anxiety attack. Okay, where can we go with this? First of all, Lil Tiberius. Lil Tiberius feels like because him and Lil Sabbatical were in foster homes and group homes, that he is basically an adult at this point in time, and that he needs to know the truth. He's heard all the stories from everybody about everything that has happened, and he's basically feeling like he grown. And he's like, oh, we got to this family, we went from that life to this family where we're being babied. And it's like, yes, you went from a life where people treated you like an adult or didn't treat you like you were anything, to a family that feels like you're a child and you should be treated like a child. I'm sorry, I'm not saying the issue. The need to want to know everything is going to make you upset when you find out everything, because you get the truth. You may not like the truth, and you're gonna feel some type of way about the truth that you were given, but you're upset that everybody's treating you like a child, but you are a child. And when you become a grown adult, you're going to wish you could go back to when everybody treated you like a child, and when you didn't have to worry about how you was going to eat, what bills were going to get paid, where you didn't have to make the hard decisions. Daddy Dupree was like, okay, well, let me tell you what I think you need to know. Now, Smitty is going to the event. Smitty is going to be at the event. He says he wants to talk to Martin before the event so it's not awkward for the kids because they don't deserve that. So the divide and conquering did work. Hallelujah. I don't think she's sick. She's having a panic attack. It's either panic or anxiety. She's either having a panic attack or she's having an anxiety attack. I think that's exactly what it is. Now, I think... Hold on. We pick back up with Danny and Andre, and they basically understand that they're each other's transitional relationships. And he says he had a conversation with her father, and he was like, very intense. Was it about your nurse? And he doesn't want to say anything, but she was like, listen, I've never hid my feelings about how I felt about my feelings for Evil Genuine, and even if I wanted them to go away, I've never hid that from you, so don't hide from me. We are great in bed together. We are friends, and we're each other's transitional relationships. This was never built to last anyway, but we cool people. Now, do you want to go upstairs to see my old, bedroom? And there may be some sheets on the bed. What you trying to do? And he was like, oh, I can't help you with that. I got some business I gotta take care of. And out pops Miss Anita. Miss Anita called him over. And she was like, she needs to talk to him without Danny being there. And she was like, and you say I'm too old for him. It was messy. But Sharon is having a panic attack. It's either panic or anxiety. I used to wish I was still a child sometimes. I do wish sometimes I was still a child when I didn't have to worry about bills and things like that, and trying to get health insurance and all these other things. You kind of do wish you were back in those times. And I feel like children who are in the foster care system, whether they age out or they get adopted at some point, the innocence of a child is lost for them. Shut up. Then no one ever got anything. It's not. And y'all don't have discernment. That's y'all business. Okay. Child, please. A child hovering is unhealthy. Okay. Tadarius got his he's a man. He's a man speech. And Daddy Dupree said he will respect him as that. But let's be clear on something. I respect your parents enough not to go against what they did or their wishes, to tell you the extent of what you're missing, because it's their business to tell you. Uh-oh, y'all getting a divorce? They're getting a divorce, I think. He would love it. He would love it. Yes, even you, fool. Damn, somebody get Danny on the line. It would mean get y'all asses to the place. Can we let this reunion concert go off without a hitch? Uh-huh. They still love each other because Smitty wouldn't be crying. She's having a panic attack. She's having a panic attack. She's having a panic attack. Girl, don't look at her. Trixie don't know what's going on either. She's having a panic attack. That's exactly what it is. I know what that feels like. I've had a plethora of panic attacks. You get into this, like, you can't hear, like, you can't hear anything. Like, somebody's calling your name, you can't hear it. And then it's kind of hard for you to catch your breath and breathe. And a panic attack can go on for a very long time. I've had a panic attack and I've had anxiety attacks. Not a great thing. Not a great time. Not a great time. I had anxiety attacks in college. I had panic attacks when I was in middle school. The panic attacks calmed down when I was in high school, but my anxiety was out of this world in college. Child, Smitty and Martin talk. All they need is one good night for them to just sit down and be locked up together to really talk everything out. They'd be good again. Sharon gonna be on stage. She gonna be on stage. They gonna talk it out. I think we not gonna see the concert until Monday. The outfits are cute. I do like the outfits they have on. I don't think we're gonna see that concert until Monday. If I'm being honest, we're not seeing a concert until Monday. Cause we still in daytime. It hasn't hit nighttime yet. Yesterday was a good episode. So Sharon is definitely having a panic attack. Martin and Smitty just need to be locked up somewhere, like in a closet or something, where they can actually like sit and talk and be in each other's spaces without like running away. They need to actually feel all the feels and then go to therapy, because Martin still wants Smitty. Smitty still wants Martin, but right now it's too many hurt feelings in the middle for them to, you know, want to step outside of themselves and actually have conversations with each other. And Tidarius wants to know every damn thing, but it's just like, once again, you don't need to know everything. You're being treated like a child because you are a child. It is okay to be a child. It's okay to allow people to let you stay in the space of being a child, especially with everything that they went through, because we know June is a mama. It is okay for you to be in a child's place. He don't want to be in a child's place, but I respect Daddy Dupree so much when he told him, there is more to the story, but I'm not going to tell you because it's not my place. your parents decide how they speak to you and your sister and how they integrate y'all into the challenges that they face, and I respect them on that, and I will respect them enough not to step over the boundaries that they have set for y'all to tell you anything. Now, if you want to know something, talk to them. I respect it. But we'll be back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock, okay? And I got some premieres up. Y'all go check them out, and then we will be back here tomorrow. We have a busy weekend, okay? We have a busy weekend. We'll be back here tomorrow for Beyond the Gates and then SmackDown, which is the go-home show to SummerSlam, and then SummerSlam is 2 nights. Maybe it's going to be a full weekend of wrestling, and we love it. We do. But with that being said, I will see y'all for the next one. Don't forget to hit those links in the description box down below. Vote.gov, vote.org. Make sure y'all get out there to vote and stop letting the people play y'all faces like y'all just gonna let them take over and not fight back. And I will see y'all for the next one. Bye.